First up is Vinny Gambini, portrayed by Joe Pesci. He's a street smart, tenacious lawyer from Brooklyn who, like we mentioned, just passed the bar exam after multiple attempts. His background is far from prestigious. He's a personal injury lawyer with no trial experience, which makes him an unlikely hero in a murder case. Welcome to Friday Flicks, part of the Cinema Gold Show. This week, we dive into My Cousin Vinny.
Your Honor, my clients didn't do anything.
But before we do that, give us a thumbs up if you like our video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification button, and be notified of future videos. So let's dive right in by setting the stage for this classic comedy. The film opens in rural Alabama, a small town where the pace of life is slow and the locals are friendly but cautious of outsiders. This setting plays a crucial role in establishing the film's atmosphere, providing a stark contrast to the chaotic and fast-paced events that will unfold. We are introduced to Bill Gambini and Stan Rothenstein, two college friends on a road trip to California. They stop at a convenience store to pick up a few items. However, a simple mix-up leads to a severe misunderstanding. Shortly after they leave the store, they're pulled over and arrested for the robbery and murder of the store clerk. The gravity of their situation quickly becomes apparent as they're taken into custody and interrogated by the local police. The seriousness of the charges against them, facing potential execution for a crime they didn't commit, sets up the central conflict of the movie. With no other options, Bill calls his mother, who reveals that they have a lawyer in the family, his cousin Vinny Gambini, a personal injury lawyer from Brooklyn who recently passed the bar after multiple attempts. Vinny, accompanied by his fiancée Mona Lisa, arrives in town to take on the case, despite having no trial experience. This marks the beginning of a fish-out-of-water story filled with humor, cultural clashes, and unexpected courtroom drama. The stage is set for a comedic journey through the legal system, with Vinny's unconventional methods and lack of experience providing plenty of laughs and tension as he tries to save his cousin and friend from a dire fate. Now that we've set the stage, let's delve into the main plot points of My Cousin Vinny and introduce the unorthodox lawyer, Vinny Gambini. Excuse me. The plot of My Cousin Vinny revolves around Bill Gambini and Stan Rothenstein, who find themselves wrongfully accused of murder while traveling through Alabama. The stakes are high, with the possibility of the death penalty looming over them. Desperate for help, Billy reaches out to his family and learns that his cousin Vinny Gambini is a lawyer. Enter Vinny Gambini, played by Joe Pesci, who arrives in Alabama with his fiancée, Mona Lisa Vito, portrayed by Marisa Tomei. Vinny is not your typical lawyer. He's brash, inexperienced in trial law, and has only recently passed the bar exam after not once, twice, or even 3 times, but 6 times. Despite his lack of experience, Vinny is determined to prove his cousin's innocence. From the moment Vinny steps into the courtroom, it's clear that his approach is unconventional. He's unfamiliar with the local court procedures and clashes with the stern Judge Haller, who is skeptical of Vinny's abilities. Vinny's Brooklyn accent, flashy attire, and informal demeanor stand in stark contrast to the traditional Southern courtroom setting. As the trial progresses, Vinny faces numerous challenges. His initial attempts at cross-examination are disastrous, and his lack of knowledge about basic legal procedures becomes apparent. However, Vinny's street smarts, persistence, and keen observational skills start to shine through. He begins to pick apart the prosecution's case, finding inconsistencies and errors that cast doubt on the witnesses' testimonies. One of the turning points in the plot is Vinny's discovery of critical evidence that the prosecution overlooked. With Mona Lisa's help, he uncovers key details about the tire marks and the type of car involved in the crime, which ultimately leads to a breakthrough in the case. Vinny's unorthodox methods and determination culminate in a dramatic and humorous courtroom showdown. Despite numerous setbacks and the judge's growing impatience, Vinny's tenacity pays off. He successfully proves that Bill and Stan were not the perpetrators, leading to their acquittal and vindication. In the end, Vinny earns the respect of Judge Haller and the townspeople, proving that sometimes unconventional methods can yield extraordinary results. The film closes with Vinny and Mona Lisa driving off, victorious and closer than ever, having faced the ultimate test of their relationship and skills. Excuse me. Now let's dive into the heart of My Cousin Vinny by exploring the richly drawn characters that bring this courtroom comedy to life. First up is Vinny Gambini, portrayed by Joe Pesci. He's a street smart, tenacious lawyer from Brooklyn who, like we mentioned, just passed the bar exam after multiple attempts. His background is far from prestigious. He's a personal injury lawyer with no trial experience, which makes him an unlikely hero in a murder case. Vinny's character is a blend of sharp wit, relentless determination, and an endearing lack of polish. His initial fumbling in the courtroom provides much of the film's humor, but it's his growth and ingenuity that ultimately win the day. Vinny's arc is about proving himself, not just to the court, but to his cousin, his fiancée, and ultimately to himself. Next up, we have Mona Lisa Vito, played by Marisa Tomei, in her Oscar-winning role. Lisa is Vinny's fiancée, and she is much more than just a supporting character. She's a confidant, intelligent and fiercely loyal woman with a deep knowledge of cars, thanks to her family's auto repair business. Her sharp observations and expert testimony become crucial in dismantling the prosecution's case. Lisa's character adds depth and humor to the story, and her dynamic with Vinny is both comedic and heartfelt. Her blend of street smarts and technical knowledge makes her indispensable to Vinny's success. And then we have Bill Gambini and Stan Rothenstein. Bill Gambini, played by none other than the Karate Kid, and Stan Rothenstein, played by Mitchell Whitfield, are the two college students whose lives hang in the balance. Bill is Vinny's cousin, a young man from Brooklyn, who is earnest and terrified by the false charges against him. Stan, his friend, is equally panicked and initially skeptical of Vinny's capabilities. Their characters serve as the emotional core of the film, representing the stakes and the desperation of the accused. Then we have Judge Chamberlain Haller, played by Fred Gwynne, is the no-nonsense, stern judge presiding over the case. His character is a significant source of both tension and humor, especially in his interactions with Vinny. The judge's skepticism about Vinny's competence provides a steady source of conflict. Over time, however, even Judge Haller begins to see Vinny's potential, making his grudging respect a satisfying part of the narrative. Then we have Jim Trotter III. The prosecutor, played by Lane Smith, Trotter is confident, experienced, and initially dismissive of Vinny. He presents a formidable challenge with his polished and professional courtroom demeanor. Trotter's character is essential in highlighting Vinny's underdog status and providing a credible adversary in the legal battle. Each of these characters contribute to the rich tapestry of My Cousin Vinny, bringing humor, tension, and heart to the story. And now we're going to dive into some of the standout moments and iconic scenes that make My Cousin Vinny such a memorable and entertaining film. And of course, you gotta start right off the bat with his first courtroom appearance and his struggle with the judge. One of the most memorable moments is Vinny's first courtroom appearance. From the outset, Vinny's lack of courtroom experience is glaringly apparent. He shows up inappropriately dressed, speaks informally, and struggles to understand the local legal procedures. His clashes with Judge Howler are both hilarious and tense. The judge, played with stern authority by Fred Gwynne, is incredulous at Vinny's unconventional approach, leading to a series of comedic exchanges. This scene sets the tone for Vinny's journey, highlighting both his underdog status and the uphill battle he faces. And then we got to take a look at some of the comedic interactions between Vinny and the locals. Vinny's interactions with the locals provide some of the film's funniest moments. Whether he's dealing with the sarcastic sheriff, the skeptical public defender, or the bemused townsfolk, Vinny's brash New York demeanor consistently clashes with the southern politeness. These cultural differences create a rich vein of humor, with Vinny often finding himself in awkward and laugh-out-loud situations. These interactions not only add to the comedic charm of the movie, but also underscore the theme of an outsider navigating an unfamiliar environment. And of course, without all these scenes, you can't forget the famous Magic Grits scene. One of the most iconic scenes is the Magic Grits testimony. Vinny's cross-examination of Mr. Tipton, a local witness, revolves around the cooking time of grits. Vinny, using his sharp wit and observational skills, discredits the witness's testimony by proving that it would be impossible to cook grits in just 5 minutes, as Mr. Tipton claimed. This scene is a perfect example of how Vinny uses his street smarts and common sense to outmaneuver the prosecution. It's not only a turning point in the trial, but also a highlight of the film's clever writing and Pesci's comedic timing. And another standout moment is Mona Lisa's expert testimony and its actual impact on the case. Despite being dismissed earlier in the film for her lack of formal education, Lisa's deep knowledge of automobiles becomes crucial. In a pivotal scene, she takes a stand and uses her expertise to debunk the prosecution's case. Her confident and detailed explanation of the tire marks and the car's specifications dismantles the prosecution's evidence and casts significant doubt on the charges against Bill and Stan. Marisa Tomei's performance in the scene is both powerful and endearing, showcasing why she deservedly won an Oscar for this role. These standout moments and iconic scenes are just a few examples of what makes My Cousin Vinny a timeless courtroom comedy. They highlight the film's brilliant blend of humor and drama, as well as the standout performances that have cemented its place in cinematic history. So now we're going to take a closer look at the humor in My Cousin Vinny and why it resonates so effectively with audiences. So this film, it finds a balance between comedy and drama. It's what's become one of its greatest strengths. While My Cousin Vinny deals with serious subject matter, two young men facing a potential death penalty for a crime they didn't commit, the film still manages to inject humor throughout without ever undermining the gravity of the situation. This balance keeps the audience engaged and emotionally invested while also providing much needed comedic relief. The humor in My Cousin Vinny largely stems from character interactions and courtroom antics. Vinny, with his brash and unconventional methods, often finds himself at odds with the more formal and traditional courtroom environment of the South. His exchanges with Judge Howler are a constant source of comedy. For instance, Vinny's sartorial missteps in his informal speech in the courtroom create a humorous clash with the judge's stern demeanor. Another great example is Vinny's interactions with the local townsfolk. Like we mentioned, you can take a look back at the Magic Grit scene. And Mona Lisa Vito's character also adds a significant comedic element. Her strong, assertive personality contrasts with Vinny's blustering, often resulting in humorous domestic squabbles. Her expert testimony scene is both hilarious and pivotal, as her deep knowledge of cars surprises everyone in the courtroom. We're going to dive even deeper into Joe Pesci's performance as Vinny Gambini, a central force that drives the charm and humor of My Cousin Vinny. Joe Pesci's acting style is characterized by its intensity, authenticity, and a unique blend of toughness and vulnerability. In My Cousin Vinny, Pesci brings these qualities to the forefront, portraying Vinny Gambini, a rough, around-the-edges lawyer who is as determined as he is inexperienced. Pesci's natural comedic timing and his ability to deliver lines with a blend of seriousness and humor make Vinny a memorable character. His performance is grounded in a realness that makes Vinny's journey from bumbling novice to competent lawyer both believable and engaging. Pesci infuses Vinny with a sense of determination and street smarts. His mannerisms, speech patterns, and physicality all contribute to creating a character that is both relatable and endearing. Pesci's ability to switch seamlessly between humor and drama adds depth to Vinny, making his character arc more compelling. Vinny's character undergoes significant growth throughout the film, a transformation brought to life by Pesci's nuanced performance. At the start, Vinny is out of his depth, struggling with courtroom procedures and facing constant ridicule. However, his resilience and cleverness gradually shine through. Pesci portrays Vinny's learning curve with subtlety, showing his growing confidence and competence. Vinny's evolution is evident in his increasingly assured interactions with Judge Haller and the prosecutor. his adept handling at cross-examinations, and his ultimate success in proving his cousin's innocent. By the end of the film, Vinny has earned the respect of the court, his peers, and transforming from a bumbling outsider to a formidable lawyer. Pesci's portrayal of this journey is both humorous and heartfelt, making Vinny's triumph deeply satisfying. Joe Pesci's performance as Vinny Gambini is a cornerstone of My Cousin Vinny's enduring appeal. His ability to blend humor with genuine emotion, coupled with his character's compelling arc, makes Vinny a character that audiences love and remember. And now we're going to explore more of Marisa Tomei's award-winning performance. So let's turn our focus to Marisa Tomei's portrayal of Mona Lisa Vito, a performance that not only stole the show, but also earned her an Academy Award. Marisa Tomei brings Mona Lisa Vito to life with a captivating blend of sass, intelligence, and charm. As Vinny Gambini's fiancée, Lisa is more than just a supporting character. She's a vital part of the story, both comically and narratively. Tomei's portrayal is marked by her sharp wit, strong presence, and impeccable comedic timing. From the moment she appears on screen, Lisa commands attention. Her distinct New York accent, stylish wardrobe, and confident demeanor make her stand out in the small-town southern setting. Tomei's ability to convey Lisa's no-nonsense attitude and deep affection for Vinny adds layers to her character. She is both supportive and assertive, never shying away from challenging Vinny or standing her ground. One of the most memorable aspects of Tomei's performance is how she effortlessly balances humor and intelligence. Lisa's sharp tongue and quick wit provide some of the film's funniest moments, while her knowledge of cars and keen observational skills play a crucial role in the courtroom drama. Tomei's portrayal ensures that Lisa is not just a sidekick, but an integral part of the narrative. Marisa Tomei's Oscar win for Best Supporting Actress was a testament to her outstanding performance. Several factors contributed to her success. One being a dynamic and memorable character. Two was the standout scene when she gave her expert testimony. Three is her on-screen chemistry with Joe Pesci. And four, she was able to balance humor and drama in this courtroom comedy drama. And then five was a transformation of perceptions. At the time of her win, Tomei's victory was considered surprising by some, as she was relatively new to the scene and competing against more established actresses. However, her undeniable talent and the depth she brought to the role of Lisa Vito transformed perceptions and demonstrated her range as an actress. And now we're going to explore how My Cousin Vinny stands out from other courtroom comedies and what unique elements set it apart. We'll compare it to other notable films in the genre, such as Legally Blonde and Liar Liar. My Cousin Vinny carves out a distinctive niche within the courtroom comedy genre through its blend of realistic legal drama and genuine humor. Unlike many courtroom comedies that prioritize slapstick or exaggerated scenarios, My Cousin Vinny grounds its humor and character interactions in situational comedy. The film's commitment to accurately depicting legal procedures while still delivering laughs sets it apart. The film's protagonist, Vinny, is an unconventional lawyer who wins cases with street smarts rather than the polished courtroom skills that you would assume most lawyers have. This is a departure from the typical courtroom hero who is often portrayed as highly competent and refined. Vinny's rough edges and lack of experience make his victories all the more satisfying and relatable. And some of the unique elements that set this film apart from others is its character-driven humor. It was an authentic legal drama. It had plenty of strong supporting characters like Marisa Tomei's character. And it had a cultural clash between the North and the South, using these clashes as a source of humor. Vinny struggles to adapt to Southern customs and courtroom etiquette provide endless comedic material. So now we're going to compare it against Legally Blonde. Both films feature protagonists who are underestimated because of their unconventional backgrounds. In Legally Blonde, Elle Woods, played by Reese Witherspoon, is a fashion-forward sorority girl who surprises everyone with her legal acumen. Similarly, Vinny is an unpolished, inexperienced lawyer who ultimately proves his worth. Legally Blonde leans more towards a feel-good, inspirational comedy with a strong emphasis on personal growth and self-empowerment. My Cousin Vinny focuses more on situational humor and the fish out of water trope. While Legally Blonde simplifies some legal procedures for comedic effect, My Cousin Vinny is praised for its accurate portrayal of courtroom dynamics, adding an extra layer of credibility to its humor. And now we're going to jump over to Liar Liar. So the protagonist in that one is obviously Jim Carrey. He's a successful but morally flawed lawyer who is forced to tell the truth for 24 hours. The humor is driven by Carrey's physical comedy and exaggerated reactions. In contrast, My Cousin Vinny relies on Joe Pesci's more understated character-driven comedy. And Liar Liar is more of a high-concept comedy with its central gimmick, the protagonist's inability to lie, driving the plot. My Cousin Vinny is more grounded, using realistic situations and character dynamics to generate laughs. The courtroom scenes in Liar Liar are often exaggerated for comedic effect, while My Cousin Vinny maintains a balance between humor and procedural accuracy, making its comedy feel more organic and less contrived. So we're going to take a closer look at some of the fascinating behind-the-scenes facts that contributed to making My Cousin Vinny a beloved classic. From interesting production details to challenges faced during the filming and anecdotes about the cast and crew, there's plenty to uncover. So the script for My Cousin Vinny was written by Dale Launer, who was inspired by the idea of a brash New Yorker handling a serious legal case in the South. His attention to detail and commitment to accuracy in legal procedures helped set the film apart. The casting for Joe Pesci and Marisa Tomei was crucial for the film's success. Pesci, known for his intense roles in films like Goodfellas, brought a surprising comedic depth to Vinny. Tomei's casting as Mona Lisa Vito was initially met with skepticism, but, like we saw, her performance silenced critics and earned her an Academy Award. Although the film is set in Alabama, much of it was actually shot in Georgia, more specifically the small town of, hopefully I'm saying this right, Monticello, Georgia, was the primary location, providing the quintessential southern backdrop that was essential for the film's atmosphere. The film's legal accuracy is actually praised. Director Jonathan Lynn, who has a law degree from Cambridge University, worked to ensure that the courtroom procedures were portrayed correctly, which added credibility to the film and was appreciated by legal professionals. And some of the challenges that they faced during filming was weather. Filming in Georgia presented its own set of challenges, particularly with unpredictable weather. The crew had to deal with heavy rains and humidity, which sometimes disrupted the shooting schedule and required flexibility from the cast and crew. And, of course, they had to find a right balance between comedy and drama, ensuring that the legal aspects were taken serious while maintaining the film's comedic tone required careful direction and nuanced performances from the actors. And to ensure authenticity, the actors playing the southern characters received dialect coaching. This was particularly important for the scenes involving local witnesses and townsfolk, adding to the film's immersive southern setting. And Joe Pesci is known for his method acting approach. During the shoot, he often stayed in character, even off camera, to maintain Vinny's Brooklyn accent and mannerisms. This dedication helped him deliver a consistent and believable performance. Marisa Tomei immersed herself in the role of Mona Lisa Vito, even learning about cars to convincingly portray her character's automotive expertise. Her commitment to the role paid off, earning her an Oscar and widespread acclaim. My Cousin Vinny was one of the last films Fred Gwynne appeared in before his passing. Known for his role in The Munsters, his portrayal of Judge Howler added gravitas to the film. On set, he was known for his professionalism and ability to switch effortlessly between serious and comedic moments. Some of the film's funniest moments were improvised by the actors. Joe Pesci and Marisa Tomei had great chemistry, and their ability to ad-lib added a natural and spontaneous feel to their scenes. And now we're going to examine how My Cousin Vinny was received by critics and audiences upon its release, how its reputation has evolved over time, and why it continues to be a beloved film. When My Cousin Vinny was released in 1992, it received a mixed reviews from critics. Many praised the film for its unique blend of humor and legal drama, while others were more critical of its unconventional approach. However, several key aspects of the film received widespread acclaim. Obviously, Marisa Tomei's breakout role, Joe Pesci's performance, the legal accuracy, and the film's balancing of comedy and drama. And the film's reputation continues to evolve over time, with continued praise for the performances of Pesci and Tomei, as well as being the film has earned support from the legal community, and it's had a cultural impact. The film's memorable lines, iconic scenes, and unique characters have found a way to embed themselves into pop culture. References to My Cousin Vinny can often be found in other media, and it remains a touchstone for both comedy and legal films. The enduring popularity of My Cousin Vinny can be attributed to several factors that resonate with audiences. It's a rewatch value, broad appeal, humor, and relatable characters. Overall, My Cousin Vinny has evolved from a well-received comedy to a beloved classic with a secure place in film history. Its initial critical praise, combined with its growing reputation among both legal experts and general audiences, ensures that it remains a standout film that continues to be celebrated. And now we're going to take a look on the film's influence on legal dramas and comedies. My Cousin Vinny has left a lasting mark on the genre of courtroom dramas and comedies. Its unique blend of humor and legal accuracy set a new standard and influenced many films and television shows that followed. Some of the ways it has impacted the genre include, obviously, balancing humor and legal accuracy, focusing on character-driven stories, and of course, the underdog storyline. And it's also been referenced and honored in various forms of media, underscoring its cultural impact. TV shows like The Simpsons, Family Guy have paid homage to My Cousin Vinny through references and parodies of its iconic scenes. These nods are a testament to the film's recognition and influence. And believe it or not, the film is actually used in law schools and legal training programs to illustrate various legal concepts and courtroom procedures. Its accurate depiction of cross-examination and legal strategy makes it a valuable teaching tool. Other courtroom dramas and comedies frequently nod to My Cousin Vinny through similar character archetypes or plot devices. Obviously, you can see the influence of Vinny's character in films like Legally Blonde, where the protagonist also defies expectations and uses unconventional methods to succeed in the legal field. As we wrap up our review of My Cousin Vinny, let's reflect on why this film remains beloved, its impact and legacy, and its place in cinema history. My Cousin Vinny continues to captivate audiences for several reasons. Like we mentioned, its authentic humor, strong performances from Joe Pesci, Marisa Tomei, and others, the legal accuracy delivered in this story, memorable characters and dialogues, cultural impact. And from a personal perspective, My Cousin Vinny is a film that stands out not just for its humor, but for its heart. Watching Vinny's journey from a bumbling novice to a confident lawyer is both entertaining and inspiring. It's a reminder that determination and ingenuity can overcome even the most daunting challenges. The film's legacy extends beyond its comedic value. It has influenced countless other courtroom dramas and comedies, setting a standard for how to balance humor with serious subject matter. Its realistic portrayal of legal procedures has made it a touchstone in both entertainment and education. What makes My Cousin Vinny particularly special is its ability to remain fresh and engaging even after multiple viewings. Each time you watch it, you can find new details to appreciate, whether it's in the sharp writing, the nuances of the performances, or the clever plot twists. My Cousin Vinny occupies a unique and cherished place in cinema history. It is a film that defies easy categorization, blending elements of comedy, drama, and legal thriller into a seamless and highly entertaining whole. Its success lies in its authenticity, its relatable characters, and its perfect balance of humor and seriousness. And before we move on, give us your thoughts on My Cousin Vinny in the comments section below. And with that, we'd like to remind you to give us a thumbs up if you like our videos, hit the subscribe button, bell notification button to be notified of future Friday flicks that we do. But before we go, we'd like to thank our affiliate of the week, and that is Birch Gold. Are you worried about the stability of the economy? Concerned about the value of your hard-earned savings? Now more than ever, it's crucial to safeguard your wealth against economic uncertainties. And that's where Birch Gold Group comes in. Birch Gold is a trusted leader in precious metals, IRAs. With Birch Gold, you can diversify your retirement portfolio with gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. These precious metals have stood the test of time as reliable stores of value, providing security even in times of market volatility. Here's why Birch Gold Group is the right choice for you. Birch Gold's team of precious metal specialists will guide you through every step of the process, ensuring you make informed decisions about your investment. With a focus on education and transparency, Birch Gold empowers you to take control of your financial future. And the A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, join thousands of satisfied customers who trust Birch Gold with their retirement savings. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your savings with Birch Gold today. Use the link in the description to get your free info kit on gold and learn how you can hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. Invest in your future with Birch Gold Group, the trusted name in precious moments. And of course, before we go, if you want to support the channel even more, you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. As always, we thank you so much for watching and listening, and we will see you next time.